walking from 55th Street towards 56th Street, where Trump Tower is located between 56th Street and 57th Street.
That was right, silly. It's backwards if he's trying to get away from this idea of a recount. Tweet it out, friends. Follow the people's protest on Twitter.
What is the purpose of recounting?
Yes, so the purpose of the recount is to instill voter integrity, because we want to make sure that if you voted, no matter who you ended up voting for, whether it was Donald Trump, whether it was Hillary Clinton, whether it was Jill Stein, or any other third-party candidate, that actually your vote counted and that your vote matters. Because otherwise, why would people vote? And recounting is all a part of the electoral process. And so there's no need to not recount. Even Donald Trump should be like, yeah, recount it. I'll show you guys that I'm the president. And that way we can all collectively move forward together. I think a lot of people, especially Clinton supporters, have been grieving since the election. A lot of people have. And the truth is the last step of grief is acceptance. And even though this was an incredibly hard pill to swallow, we can all do it together and we can all move forward and talk about the real issues that are affecting the American people.
You don't think that questioning the integrity of the democratic process,
yes, sir?
That you don't think that questioning the democratic process that by all appearances was legitimate is kind of like trying to overthrow the government and question the democratic process?
No, because it's okay to question the process. Mm-hmm. The recount process is a part of the election process.
You don't think that the margin of loss or win was so big that it's kind of like petty to like really question it? I mean, she didn't win. She didn't lose by a little bit. She lost by a lot.
We're not necessarily talking about winning or losing, but what we
You just want to do it for the sake of doing it?
The integrity.
For the sake of accuracy.
Yes.
Because the computers that are being used, they're hackable. Any computer can be hacked.
I'll move them back.
So whenever you try to,
like right here, so
like a calculator, you know, you have a calculator on your iPhone. Any smart engineer or programmer knows how to reach in and manipulate the count.
Okay.
So the fact is, now that we've found that 20,000, at least, like, we're getting up there now with the Hillary votes that she stole. We're getting a lot, and it's only day 3, right? So we know that as we continue, we're going to see an increased amount of votes that were stolen.
That's a good hat you have. Excellent.
Stolen.
I've been watching Mad
So
Men
the
for
fact is
past
that we
couple weeks.
cannot use computers to count until we have a hack.
So in this election, particularly, there were a lot of overvotes or undervotes where it marks 2 votes in one election and then it just invalidates the ballot. And a lot of times when that happens, it's actually the machine just reading that line wrong and thinking there were 2 when there really was 1. And so in Wisconsin, we've already found a lot of those votes where it's like...
Do you think that...
1, 2. Okay, hold on. Excellent.
My name is Abraham Lincoln III. I'm asking all Americans to make America green again. Our greatest strength, the backbone of our country, are our natural resources and clean water. What would we do without water, without food, without air? We're the greatest creator of healthy foods. We have to keep our American traditions intact, keep our forests, our water, our soil intact. Thank you. God bless America.
Hi, and my name is Barney Halassa, and this is Elliot Crown. We're political performance artists inspired by Occupy Wall Street, and we're here to support Jill Stein's recount because we believe that the biggest story of the year that really hasn't been covered is the computerized election theft. So the computers can be hacked, the votes can be flipped, and this is a story that really hasn't been covered by mainstream media. And there's a number of computer scientists that have been studying this, so this is going on, and it's like the biggest story of the year. And we believe we're here to support Jill Stein with the recount because we feel like this story hasn't been covered. So we're here in support. Go Jill Stein.
So the next step right now in the recount process, the next step right now is to ensure that in the same way Michigan and Wisconsin have launched their recount, recounting all the votes, doing a hand count of the paper ballots. We need to bring Pennsylvania up to that standard as well, which is difficult because Pennsylvania doesn't have any paper record for the most part. It's all in the machines. So it's or 80% is in the machines. It's very important that we be able to examine the machines, to do a forensic analysis of the machines, to make sure that this electronic voting has not been compromised. So that's number one, is to bring Pennsylvania up to speed and to complete the recount in the next week or so that we are done well in advance of this so-called Safe Harbor Day, well in advance of December 13th, and to move this forward in the way that the American people deserve.
And just a couple of the media outlets that we listen to are Democracy Now! And also some of the computer scientists are Jonathan Simon and also Mark Crispin Miller, who teaches at NYU. But these are two sort of election fraud experts that have studied this for decades. And another radio program is called Guns and Butter. But these are, you don't really get this kind of analysis from the mainstream media. So I would definitely encourage everybody to, really do your own research and study this.
Jill, this way.
We're with you. Thank you.
We can't afford to wait. People wake up before it gets too late. People just